What's up, YouTube? This is the Hope Angel here. I'm coming at you with a Pokemon deck profile. This is Darkrai EX Sableye, and pretty basic deck. A lot of people play it, and I just want to show my build. So here we go. First, start out with 3 Darkrai EX. Basically staple for the deck. Make sure everything floats around smoothly. Sableye gets in and out, Keldeo gets in and out. Next is 4 Sableye. You basically play supporters a lot, and you also play items a lot. So I mean, you want to get your items back, and then if you play super rods, which I do, you get energies back as well that you lose, but that's not really a problem for the deck, considering you only run just enough, maybe a little over, but I mean, you never know, you might be on a drought with your energy, so instead of waiting to draw one, you go super rod it and hopefully draw something. Next, you got 1 Absol. I would run them at 3 to 4, but at the moment I only have 1, so apparently I can only run it at 1. Next, 2 Keldeo EX. He is basically the anti-poison, anti-sleep, anti-whatever for the deck. He's the antidote, basically. If something gets poisoned or asleep or anything happens to a Pokemon, you rush in Keldeo, and instead of it sitting there to die, it becomes healed. So he saves a lot of things. Next, of course, you tech in the 1 Mewtwo to play against other Mewtwo's, specifically Mewtwo's. So that's what he's there for. My ace spec of choice, I think, would be everybody's choice for the deck, is computer search, because it's the only thing that lets you actually do something for the deck. Scramble Switch doesn't really help. It only moves energy, and which doesn't really matter much, because if I wanted to move energy, I would just play Energy Switch. It actually lets me go grab any card in the deck. So, I mean, I would probably switch this out for Master Balls when Plasma Blast comes out, but haven't really had a chance to play test with it anywhere or at all, so for right now I'll just continue to play computer search, because it is a very solid ace spec, and it's one of the only few. Next, play 1 Burbank, poison materials. Next is 4 Hypnotoxics, because they are awesome. And then again, this guy right here, Sableye, he always gets him back for me. At least he can get it back up to 2 a turn for me, so it doesn't really matter what the opponent does. I can always poison a Pokemon. Next is 4 Pokemon catchers. I wish I had gold ones, but I don't. Pokemon catchers, basically like the anti-Keldeo, and it's so sad that I don't think I will play Genesect in this build, but I mean, at the moment, Pokemon Catcher does very fine, especially considering that Sableye gets my Pokemon back. So instead of having to attack around Pokemon like Keldeo, I stay consistent and killing the Pokemon that I want to. Next, another quad Dark Patch. Basically, get energy from the discard pile to the bench, and basically go from there, and you free retreat a lot. So Keldeo will work wonders with dark energy, though you can't do it with Dark Patch. Next is 3 Ultra Balls. I thought about running it at 4, but I don't draw into energy that much to discard, and a lot of the Pokemon in the deck are repetitive. So basically, you play Ultra Ball just for deck thinning for this. Next, I play 4 Dark Claws as a mandatory, because without them, Absol will probably not kill basic Pokemon that are not non-EX attackers. So any non-EX attacker will probably escape Absol and then hit a free retreat next turn, which is horrible. Next, I play 4 Enhanced Hammers, because when you play against Lugia and Mewtwo, you do not want anything to stay there. Lugia, if you play against it and it has a DCE, you play Enhanced Hammer, and that's at least 1 turn that it'll give you. So, I mean, unless your opponent has double Colress Machine, then it gets those energies right back. But the odds of that happening are very, very slim. Next, I play a single Super Rod, just because Sableye can get it back for me, so there's really no worries about the only one being in the deck. And I basically, shuffle back in a Pokemon like Mewtwo or my Keldeo, or even my single Absol, and I go back at it again. Next, I play 3 Ends, only 3, because 4 is just overkill in this deck. I mean, you're going to be drawing the same cards a lot anyway, so there's no point in running 4 Ends to shuffle about 24 cards in per turn. So, I mean, out of all that, you're only going to be drawing the same 24 cards over again, pretty much, for the deck. Ratio is not that diverse. Next, I play 4 Junipers. She basically lets you draw 7. That's how I play Juniper. I don't usually discard unless I have a handful of energy, because at that point I can just Dark Patch it back to my bench and be like, ha, I told you. I wish I had all full art Junipers, but at the moment I just have 1. So if anybody has any for trade, PM me. Next, I run 4 Skyla, which is basically another staple for every single deck. Skyla, I go grab any Pokemon tool or Pokemon item. I basically grab anything that is not a Pokemon or an energy, and yeah, I go to work with that. Basically, the thing I go for the most is computer search, because if I can use computer search, then I will most likely win. I wish these were all full arts too, but apparently not. PM me for trades with those. Last but not least, for all non-energy cards, is Random Receiver, because you never know, you might have a supporterless hand, which is very, it is very rare that you have a non-supporterless hand, but I mean, you never know what's going to happen in this game. And then your opponent might end or anything, and you'd be stuck with a poor hand. You do not want that. And the rest of the deck I just filled with Dark Energy, as you can see. Pretty, basic. You draw into these pretty much every 3 turns, and you start out with at least 2. So, I mean, it's pretty basic, and I hope you guys like the deck. I mean, I like playing it a lot. I used to play Lugia in it, and it was pretty broken at times. But the plasma energy that was in the deck was not good for the stabilization and consistency, so Lugia got misplaced into the binder for now, until I can get Genesect and start wrecking the next format. For now, that's pretty much it, and hope you guys like the deck. Bye.